But my mind tells me that you cannot make something mandatory in our country without making it an act. So now I need the next speaker to come and tell us your plan, how you're going to make it an act, because you're not going to wake up in the morning like you're going to say there is going to be testing. How and how are we going to understand you? So now my question that I'm imposing to the next speaker, you should come and tell us after testing, what next? Are we going to continue having unprotected sex after testing? You should give us the answers to that. The question was asked, is testing preventional? Then yet you're saying that you're going to make it mandatory, and the answer you gave it no. So now I just don't, it doesn't connect. So our house will be the 11th parliament. Our perimeter is Uganda, and the status quo, we are currently seeing that there is a lavish spread of HIV/AIDS in Uganda. That should be stopped by having anti-corruption clubs. We are going to execute our alternative in a period of 6 months. In the first 2 months, we are going to mobilize and train therapists and village health teams about the clubs to be performed soon. In the second 2 months, we are going to create a bill in Parliament that will aim at making HIV or stroke AIDS clubs mandatory at village levels and all schools. After it being passed and a vote of, and some amendments are made and signed by the president, it will become a bill. And in the final 2 months period, we are going to implement our bill by performing clubs, by forming clubs at village levels and all schools. Our funding body is the Asian Infrastructure Development Bank. So the biggest question tonight is, why are we calling the need for establishing HIV/AIDS clubs at village levels and all schools? Well, the clubs will aim at educating citizens how to safeguard themselves against contracting the HIV/AIDS, which will that the education that will be given to them is the proper use of condoms, being faithful to your partner, and not sharing the sharp objects to prevent them from getting the HIV/AIDS. That will be earlier than testing, not giving us the what next, the solution. Now after testing, are we going to continue still having unprotected sex, or we are going to still not safeguard ourselves? We believe by educating ourselves, by forming clubs at schools and village levels, when you're being educated about the safety measures to keep yourself, it will be more fundamental than the lies that have been out there. The clubs will also create awareness on the proper ways of taking medication after contracting the disease. So now the farmers, you talked about testing, mandatory. So now after testing, are you not going to take the pills, or you're going to still continue having unprotected sex? So now in the clubs, but the testing is already existing. And now we are still having people with HIV/AIDS. They are taking the pills. So now after testing, you have not given us the measures we are going to follow after testing. That's why for us,
you say, to protect yourself without testing HIV/AIDS. Can you?
protecting myself doesn't mean that I should first test when I'm protecting myself. To first remind you, I talked about the anti-corruption club and HIV/AIDS clubs that will be giving us the safety measures to protect ourselves. So better know it that there are measures to protect ourselves, not testing. Because testing, even if I get HIV and I test, still I can spread to the rest. So there is no way of telling me that I'm going to protect myself by testing, no?
Can you protect HIV without testing?
I think I was loud and clear. I should invite yourself.
How can you know someone is positive without testing?
Actually, Honorable, I don't have another thing to tell you, but I've told you that I can still protect myself by following the safety measures. Actually, maybe you're not informed. Let me tell you. The safety measures I can follow is using condoms while having sex. And also, I can also follow the sensitization. Try to always think that testing myself will protect me. I can use condoms and protect myself.
You know that condom is delicate.
Well, the people who make the condoms, they know that it can protect HIV. So if you tell me they are delicate, I would advise you, you can use Cavera, maybe if they are delicate. Thank you.
And they know that they have HIV, of course they will start their treatment earlier. Than going that you're going to sensitize them. Some of them will be hiding. They will say, if I go and they teach me, everyone will know that I have HIV. They will fear to come in those clubs. Yes. Testing of HIV helps people to plan for their future. If a parent knows that I have HIV, will say, I can start my treatment earlier so that my child cannot get HIV. But if that parent says, let me first go for the gloves. If I go for the gloves and I don't test, what will it help me? Nothing. But unless I go and test, then I will know, yes, I have HIV. I should start the treatment so that if I'm to produce a child, that child doesn't have HIV. Yes. Testing of HIV/AIDS helps the government to plan for those who are positive of HIV. Don't deceive me that if you tell the government that we have clubs, they will just come and start saying, yes, since they are clubs, they don't have HIV. No. Also, the government should know that there are such and such people who have HIV. They will not come from nowhere that since there is clubs, these people have HIV. No. That is the government knows. Like when HIV, how did those people recover that? Ruth had HIV by testing. You heard even very well that he first tested and he confirmed that he had HIV. He did not come from nowhere that I have a club, I have HIV. Because of that HIV, if you think that I'm deceiving, you can go in the Baroque book 1 and check. People, if you don't test for HIV, you'll see having symptoms of HIV. When you don't know, you think that it's normal sickness. You'll grow thin. They ask you what's the problem. I'm sick, yet you're suffering from HIV. You have not tested. That's the problem. Testing of HIV reduces on death rate, which is unknown. Because if you don't know that I have HIV, you'll see yourself, you're okay. You say, since I'm okay, although I don't test, but yet inside, the virus is growing slowly by slowly. If it grows, that means your body will start weakening up. After weakening up, what will be the next? You will die. After dying, they will bury you. And for you, when you die, you will not know that maybe I had what HIV. Not that everyone whom you will tell, come to the club will come. No. People will say that's wastage of time. If it causes death, we are losing people. Like if you read in the MK book of biology, it shows you clearly 1.4 million of people died because of not testing for HIV. If you want evidence, I've told you, go and read in the Baroque book on page 77. And the viruses in biology.
Because you have not given us your funding body. By the Ugandans, we are not going to trust them because they don't have a funding body. We don't know that even, are they just going to say, Madam Speaker, we have brought a bill, we want to implement it. You tell us, you clarify for us.
You want the funding body to be Bank of Uganda because Bank of Uganda has never lacked cash. And the next thing is that in 3 weeks, if we say that we are going to give it a period of 3 years, people will be dying. When our Uganda is reducing, are you waiting for people to die before you bring your clubs?
Are you questioning me? I should do that question. Dear judges, please take note of this. She was like acting like a sleeping dog when I told her that she needed a funding, but you told me you could have waited for your next speaker to come and talk about it. So now you talk about that. So you talked about the testing. So the people who are already tested positive that are still here, are you going to test them again? Yet you're going to misuse the government fund.
You have known that they've already tested. That means after testing they get ARVs. So we shall not need again more testing because after testing they record them in the book that we have such amount of Ugandans having what? HIV.
Yeah, judges, take note of that. They are willing to misuse our government funds. You talked about 1.4 million people dying of HIV, and you claim that testing will be the main option of saving those people who are going to die from HIV. I don't know that if I remain like even if with 2 seconds to die, then you mean that if I'm already HIV positive, like the people who we're already having, and now I'm like in the point of death, 2 minutes to death. Are you convincing and claiming to this August House that testing will save me from dying?
Honorable, it is your life. You are the one to save your life, not me to come. Because you know, I told you a long time that about testing. But if you wait for me at the last minute, that's the time you want to take ARVs, you will lose your life and that.
Well, honorable. Now listen. Like, she has already said that I have to save my own son. Yet she claimed to this house, dear judges,